Smile.
Here, it's fine, right?
Yeah. It hurts so bad. I'm in the hospital right now. I can't even close my mouth. I keep crying.
Jake Paul is back in the headlines, but not for hype, trash talk, or a comeback. He's been hospitalized after a jaw injury resurfaced. What was supposed to be a bold statement in the heavyweight division has turned into a stark reminder that some injuries never truly heal, and this story is far from over.
It's showing his lower jaw, that's his mandible, and yes, it looks like it's broken in two places, and it's circled in these red circles. You can see this is his jaw. This is supposed to be sort of two continuous lines.
Jake Paul has been hospitalized after his jaw injury resurfaced. When a fighter breaks a jaw once, every silent moment that follows feels like a warning. Jake's quiet, no denial, no updates, was enough to make fans and critics relive the injury. Not physically, perhaps, but emotionally. On a global stage, once your body shows weakness, the world can't help but expect it to happen again.
And look, AJ, he knew what was going to happen before the fight even took place. That's why he was so calm. And that's probably why in the first few rounds when Jake Paul's buzzing around like a fucking little bee, this is going to slow.
That fear goes back to one night in Miami, December 19th, 2025. Netflix cameras rolling. Casa Center packed. Heavyweight lights blazing. Jake Paul stepped into a division his body wasn't built for, facing a man who had lived there for years. Anthony Joshua didn't rush or panic. He waited, and that's what made it brutal. Joshua let Jake burn through his energy, let him feel safe, then landed shots that didn't just score, they moved bone. The moment everyone keeps replaying isn't the stoppage. It's earlier, blood slipping from Jake's mouth. Not a cut, not a nosebleed, blood where it shouldn't be. Before doctors, before x-rays, before anyone said, fracture. In real time, it looked like toughness. In hindsight, it was damage already done.
Best shot at the moment. Not that much is going to happen. And it almost... Oh, there's a left hook.
He is stunned. He's not knocked out immediately, but if you look at the displacement of his jaw and the force that was in that punch, that is impressive. Doesn't look very staged.
The fight officially lasted 6 rounds, but rounds 5 and 6 tell the real story. That's when Jake's jaw stopped being just another target and became a ticking liability. He went down twice in the 5th, twice more in the 6th. 4 knockdowns, each one adding force, pressure, shock. That's how jaws break, not always in a single snap, but from repeated trauma stacking up. And that's the terrifying part. Jaw fractures often don't feel catastrophic right away. Fighters keep talking, keep moving, keep fighting. The pain comes later.
Brother.
Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it.
Bring out the vodka.
Yeah, we're doing great in here. A double break in his lower jaw.
Jake knew something was wrong before anyone said it out loud. He didn't celebrate surviving. He didn't argue the stoppage. He spat blood and looked unsettled. That wasn't exhaustion, it was awareness. The body knows when something has shifted that shouldn't have. What happened next still shocks doctors. Jake Paul didn't get rushed out on a stretcher. He didn't collapse backstage. He drove himself to Miami University Hospital. Fighters running on adrenaline often don't fully register their injuries, but the x-rays told the real story. What first looked like a possible fracture was far worse, a confirmed double jaw break. Surgery followed immediately. 2 titanium plates on each side of the jaw. Teeth removed to make it work. This wasn't cosmetic, it was structural repair. Jaw surgery is brutal, affecting everything: eating, speaking, sleeping. For 7 days, Jake was restricted to liquids only. No chewing, no shortcuts. While promoters floated a 4 to 6 week recovery, at least one expert quietly warned what fans didn't want to hear. An injury like this can linger for months, even up to a year.
Concussion, in fact, with most jaw fractures, the more important thing initially is to look for other injuries to the head, to the neck, to the airway. The jaw fracture potentially being there or not is going to be lower on the list often than whether there's damage to the airway, damage.
Then there's the weight factor no one wants to confront. Heavyweight power isn't just strength, it's mass times speed. Jake's natural fighting weight sits around 200 pounds, closer to cruiserweight. At heavyweight, every clean shot hits harder than his frame was built to handle. That experiment ended with titanium in his jaw. The plan now is a return to cruiserweight and a title run, but one question remains. Can his jaw ever be trusted again?
Keep that pressure up for longer. And it's funny because depending who people like after this, the narrative is going to be completely different. For example, Jake Paul's promoter said it wasn't a skill thing, it was a size thing. And it's like, well, no, like once Jake Paul actually was forced to fight, the skills were worlds.
That's why this story won't die. It's not gossip, it's about vulnerability. Jake Paul built his rise on durability and confidence. This fight cracked both. Whether the jaw issue truly resurfaced almost doesn't matter, the fear did. Once fans start questioning if a fighter's body can hold up, that doubt follows him into every press conference, every training clip, every silence. This wasn't just a loss. It was a physical reckoning. Heavyweight left a mark that doesn't fade quietly. The surgery is the part everyone skips because it's uncomfortable. Knockouts are loud. Surgery is quiet, clinical, and unglamorous. But this wasn't swelling. This wasn't a bruised jaw needing ice. This was a confirmed double fracture, 2 breaks. Bone not where bone belongs. That's the difference between "he'll be sore" and "we need hardware."
Lights, a double break in his lower jaw.
Oh, you his jaw.
Here, look.
Science.
So science is right there and there. The way I see it, well, you'll be back in a couple weeks.
And when people hear titanium plates, they imagine some Marvel-style upgrade, like Jake walked out with a reinforced chin and a new superpower. That's not how it works. 2 plates on each side of the jaw mean doctors had to physically anchor broken bone back into place. It's scaffolding, temporary support while the body relearns how to heal. Titanium doesn't make you stronger. It just keeps things from falling apart while you're incredibly fragile.
Thought I would win against Anthony, but here I am with a broken jaw, learning the hard way. I'll heal. I'll be back.
Then there's the part fans don't want to think about: teeth removal. This isn't cosmetic, it's access. Surgeons don't pull teeth for fun. They do it because the fracture line demands space. And once teeth are gone, they're gone. A permanent receipt from one night at heavyweight. No highlight reel shows that part. Jaw surgery is especially cruel because you can't escape it. Break a hand. It hurts when you punch. Break a jaw. It hurts when you eat, talk, yawn, laugh, even sleep. You feel it every minute. Orbital fractures are scary, hand fractures are common, but the jaw is involved in everything that makes you human. You don't rest it. You live in it. At first, recovery looked fine. Hospital photos surfaced on December 20th, another set between December 24th to 25th. Thumbs up, short captions. The internet did what it always does. Zoomed in, analyzed angles, decided it was either perfect or catastrophic. Optimism drowned out reality. A phone in his hand, and suddenly everyone assumed the danger had passed.
Bro, he got hit with a bomb, a right hand.
Then came the phrase that quietly shifted the mood: pain and stiffness. Doctors hear that and nod. Fighters shrug. Fans panic, because stiffness weeks after jaw surgery doesn't mean the healing is done. It means it's still happening, and healing can be louder than the original injury. The liquid-only diet didn't help. 7 days of shakes and broth might sound manageable, until you realize what it does to energy levels. Chewing stimulates hormones, signals normalcy. Take that away, and the body goes into conservation mode. Less fuel, slower recovery, more fatigue. Fighters are used to suffering, but this kind is sneaky. You look fine. You feel weak. And that's when fans start reading into everything. A tired-looking photo becomes, "he's declining." A quiet day online becomes, "he's back in the hospital." Recovery photos don't show pain, they show survival. People forget, healing doesn't move in a straight line. It loops, stalls, flares up. So did the jaw issue really reappear? It depends on what you mean by reappear. A clean refracture is dramatic, loud, and rare. More often, it's delayed inflammation or nerve irritation. Jaw nerves are sensitive. They don't care about timelines. You can feel worse at week 3 than week 1. That doesn't mean something broke again. It means your body is waking up.
Look, that guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury.
One expert quietly cooled the optimism, saying recovery could take up to a year. It didn't make headlines, but it stuck, because titanium plates don't make you invincible. They don't stop swelling. They don't calm nerves. They don't erase memory. They simply hold things together while the rest of the body figures itself out. Then there's the conversation nobody likes: weight class. Heavyweight isn't just a little bigger, it's a physics problem. More mass behind each punch, different bone density, different collision math. Jake's natural fighting weight sits around 200 pounds for a reason. That's where his body functions best. Cruiserweight isn't a downgrade, it's alignment. Cutting back isn't about speed or aesthetics, it's about survival. At heavyweight, every clean shot carries consequences the scorecard can't measure. One fight can rewrite your anatomy, and that's exactly what happened here. The long-term cost isn't just plates and scars. It's trust. Trust in your chin. Trust in your reflexes. Trust that your body won't betray you again. That's why the surgery matters. That's why the recovery matters. One heavyweight experiment will follow Jake Paul for the rest of his career, not because he lost, but because his body kept the receipt. Here's where it gets awkward. Jake Paul's brand has always been built on the idea that nothing can touch him. He takes hits, shakes them off, smiles for the camera, uploads the clip, invincible energy. Now, there are titanium plates holding his jaw together. That image didn't break his toughness, it cracked the illusion around it. Influencers struggle with injuries differently than traditional fighters. Boxers can disappear and come back with a scar. Influencers disappear, and people assume the worst. Now the question nobody wants to ask: what if the jaw fails again? Refracture risk increases once plates are installed, not dramatically, but enough to matter. Jaw injuries don't just affect punching, they affect speech, chewing, nerve sensitivity. Subtle issues that don't trend online, but quietly end careers. That's why athletic commissions treat jaw injuries differently than cuts or concussions. You can't tape your way out of this. So where does that leave the comeback plan? Cruiserweight looks clean on paper. Title talk sounds confident. But medical clearance doesn't care about confidence. And the hardest part may not be physical at all. It's whether Jake can trust his own chin when the first heavy shot lands.